The FDA rolled out a new COVID-19 booster shot this week that's aimed at protecting people against the Omicron variants. As Delane Cleveland reports, local doctors are encouraging everyone who's eligible for the booster to get one.
While life is seemingly back to normal since the pandemic hit in 2020, experts say we're not out of the woods just yet.
With COVID in Minnesota and in most parts of the U.S. right now, we're seeing pretty steady case rates of COVID infection.
Dr. Hannah Lixon is with Hennepin Healthcare, and with COVID-19 still spreading, she's urging everyone who's eligible to get the new booster shot that rolled out this week.
The version of the coronavirus that's kind of spreading in the world now has changed significantly. So the vaccine that we've all had offers some protection against the Omicron variants that we see now, but not great protection.
The Pfizer version is recommended for people ages 12 and older, while the Moderna booster is for 18 and up.
The people who I would want to reach out to the most are the people who think they're safe, right? So, younger adults in their 20s, 30s, 40s without health issues.
She singles out that group not because they risk getting critically ill, but because of what could happen long term.
Some of those longer term consequences from the infection that can lead to increased rates of heart disease and cognitive decline and blood clots and strokes. And so it's really important that people who are otherwise healthy still go out and get this vaccine.
In Brooklyn Park, Delane Cleveland, CCX News.
In Maple Grove, a housing question that pits affordability versus having too small of lots. A joint proposal by the Pulte Group and Lifestyle Communities would develop a 161-acre site north of County Road 81 and west of Fernbrook Lane and the Elm Creek Reserve. It would include a wide range of single-family homes targeting everyone from move-up buyers to those seeking their first home. The plan features more than 500 units in all. It includes 80 senior living units, 74 of which would be a 4-story building that's described as a secluded resort-like retreat for those 62 and older. But during a 2-hour discussion this week, the focus shifted to 50-foot lots for homes and whether that should be accepted in Maple Grove, impacting nearby residents.
Why do I have to lose the value of my land so they can line their pockets more? That is not acceptable in my book.
For one of the last spaces in Maple Grove, 50-foot lots, I think we can do better.
The City Council ended up tabling the project to allow the developer more time to come up with changes to its plan. Brooklyn Park is deploying a first-of-its-kind system in the city to keep pedestrians safe. You'll now see these flashing lights at the crosswalk on 109th Avenue between Champlin Park High School and Jackson Middle School. They're called rectangular rapid flashing beacons. City officials say they will help protect approximately 200 children who use the crosswalk before and after school.
At this crossing, thank goodness we have not had any significant crashes or people getting hit by vehicles, but there's always close calls. And when we're able to add some safety measures such as this and work together with, again, Champlin, Brooklyn Park, and the school district, it was just an additional safety measure we felt was necessary.
There's also an anti-COVID feature. Pedestrians can activate the lights by waving their hand close to the button. Mental health services are becoming commonplace in local schools. One partner helping to make that happen is the organization People Incorporated. We visited its New Hope location to learn more about what happens in school-based therapy settings.
People Incorporated in New Hope acts as a home base for mental health programs for kids, mainly day treatment and school-based treatment.
Day treatment is highly sought after, usually waiting lists to fill up our spots. School-based therapists, all of them are full, and all of those schools want more.
Bruce Cross oversees the school-based therapists here. He says integrating more mental health into the school day is the wave of the future.
It really is the way you access mental health services now. There wasn't lunch in the school way back when, and now there is. There wasn't nursing in the school way back when, and now there is. There is going to be mental health services in all the schools.
But what do those services look like? Nathaniel Brusky gives us a look. He is the therapist who works at Sandburg Middle School.
I have a lot of kids who don't quite know how to even express their emotions. So simple like how are you feeling today? You know, instead of mad or sad, let's kind of open up your vocabulary a little bit.
Some of the posters in this day program classroom are similar to what you'd see at school. Several illustrations encouraging students to give words to what they are feeling.
And even though the kid did all the work, I was just there to help facilitate. Like, it's really cool and rewarding to see how they've grown.
But sometimes getting students to talk or connect is the hard part. So therapists like Kylie Audie find age-appropriate activities like playing or painting.
Whatever is going to keep the interest of the person and assist them to talk with me about how they're feeling is what we do.
Therapists we spoke with say one of their goals is to make sure students feel heard.
Really, my job is to kind of run alongside them until they're ready to run on their own.
And another encouraging part of People Incorporated's work with students is seeing students start to advocate for their own mental health.
This past year, I had a couple of kids even just be like, hey, you're the guy, and pop in, which was really encouraging to see young people doing that for themselves.
This year, People Incorporated says it has therapists in all Robbinsdale area schools. A big surprise for students and an even bigger surprise for one teacher at Monroe Elementary School in Brooklyn Park.
Please give a round of applause for Mrs. Davis.
Office Depot surprised Miss Davis Fair by naming her an all-star teacher and providing her with $2,000 worth of supplies for the classroom. She teaches special ed at Monroe Elementary and never expected to receive this award.
It's just such a really tight-knit community of teachers and parents and administration that the fact that we have been recognized for this is like unbelievable.
600 students were surprised too, each receiving brand new backpacks filled with school supplies.
The Armstrong football team won its first game of the season last week at Waconia. The Falcons returned to Plymouth for their home opener Thursday night.
Armstrong hosting Irondale in Suburban Blue District football in Plymouth Thursday. Late first quarter, Irondale backed up deep in their own territory. The Knights fumble the football in the end zone. Drew Kemple recovers for the Falcons. Armstrong takes a 7-0 lead after one quarter. Second quarter, and Irondale ties it. On a 4th and 2 from the Armstrong 11, the Knights' Nasir Hale takes the handoff, gets the first down and the touchdown. It's a 7-7 game. Armstrong comes back downfield, though, and scores right before halftime. Jamin Malone rolls out and throws to Marquand Tucker, who scores. It's a 4-yard touchdown, and the Falcons lead 14-7 at halftime. Third quarter, Tucker comes in motion. He takes the lateral for Malone, picks up a couple of nice blocks, and then uses his speed to take it the distance. 35 yards officially on the run, and it's a 2-score lead for Armstrong. And they had one more touchdown on the final play of the quarter. Malone lost the short pass to Tucker. It's the 3rd TD of the night and 6th of the season already for Tucker. Armstrong goes to 2-0 on the season with a 27-13 win. They host district rival Cooper next Saturday afternoon.
Wayzata's winning streak in volleyball is approaching 3 years now. The top-ranked Trojans took down their 59th straight opponent Thursday night.
Wayzata Volleyball hosting unbeaten Lakeville South in a non-conference match. First set, and Avery Jesuits passes to Stella Swenson all the way across on the set to her sister Olivia. Olivia Swenson's kill puts the Trojans up 20-13. Stella Swenson with a perfect back set here to Caitlin Vogt for a kill. Wayzata wins set 1, 25-15. Second set, Vogt on the serve receive. The pass to Stella Swenson, who sets up Riley Kurth for the attack and kill. 6-3 Trojans. Later, it's Bianca Nister with an ace serve as Wayzata wins the second set, 25-16. But the Cougars rally to win set 3. Emily Mose with a kill. Lakeville South wins 25-19 to force a 4th set. Wayzata bounces back to close out the match, though. Stella Swenson with a big block late in the set. The Trojans win again. They take down Lakeville South in 4 sets.
The Champlin Park volleyball team started its season with 4 tough non-conference opponents. The 3rd-ranked Rebels played its Northwest Suburban Conference opener Thursday.
Champlin Park taking on Andover in this one. The Rebels 3-1 on the season coming in. The Huskies score the first 3 points of the match. Grace Beskey sets the ball outside to Avery Bowles, who gets the kill, and a quick start for Andover. But the Rebels score 8 of the next 10 points. Reese Axness to Lily Reese on the slide play, one of 10 kills in the match for the junior. Off an Andover serve, a good pass from Sarah Moberg, up to Axness, who sets up Marley Hansen for the kill. Champlin Park wins set 1, 25-20. Set 2 with Champlin Park serving. A good dig by the Huskies, but the Rebels play the overpass perfectly. Hansen with another of her 10 kills. It's 10-5 Rebels. Sometimes it's defense that wins you points. Carly Gilk with the block. 11 kills in the match for the big sophomore. Reese takes the quick set and drives the ball down for set point. 25-12 Rebels in set 2. And they go on to sweep the Huskies. Caitlin Erickson with a couple of ace serves in the third set, including this one, as Champlin Park beats Andover in 3.
Like top-ranked Wayzata, Champlin Park is playing in the loaded Southwest Minnesota Challenge Tournament in Marshall this weekend. That's all for sports. More at CCX News after this.
Find more prep sports games and highlights at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.